Welcome into the Morning Roast. It's Wednesday, August 19th. Greg Hirsch, Tyler Krusz, Marqus Cesar in the house. How we doing, gentlemen?
Doing well. Fun night in Portland yesterday, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Is that a new hat?
Yeah, screw you, Tyler. Let's talk to Marqus. You know what I mean? Let's see. Marqus down in Portland. Talk to me.
It is a fantastic new hat, yeah.
How much did that run you?
It was like $32.
Nice.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
bad.
not
That's
too
a
bad.
good lid. That's a good cut. There's a new Patriots one, same like kind of motif, right? Like
Sometimes you just can't say no when you're down there. Like
Yeah.
we went for whoopie pie day a couple of years ago, and I was like, you know what? $70. I'm leaving with this jersey.
Yeah, man, it's just...
Yeah, I got to do it. I like it too much, you know?
No, I love it down there. So, I got to be completely honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Because I can't help myself. So, I had to make like a quick little trip. It ended up becoming a little longer. I had to make an excursion to the bathroom, had to grab some concessions. And I'm walking back, and I happen upon the clearance store. So, I'm in there, and I'm going back to the seat. And then I just hear the whole stadium
Oh, you
erupt.
missed it.
No!
Erupt.
Oh, no!
I'm like, it happened.
I would have like, were you not paying attention to the batting order? You know,
Dude, I thought I left with plenty of time, and then I just kept getting caught up, and I missed it. But
That one hurts.
a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit. But no, like I felt the energy.
Sure, you get the presence.
and I did catch part of it. I saw it like crossing like the field and just going all the way back up to
just football stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
But no, it was fantastic. I thought he looked great. I love the check swings. You could tell that he wasn't feeling any pain. Back in pretty usual form. So
Let's just
I
see if
don't
he
know.
can throw the ball.
See,
That was
exactly.
a problem to start the year.
Right.
I don't think that's getting fixed. I don't think
You
that's
don't think so?
getting
He's an all-star baseball player. They should really be able to teach him how to throw the ball from left field.
They should, but that's not
I think
why
that's
he's
something
there.
that can get fixed. Yeah, I know, but
I know. I'm not concerning myself with that. I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't care what he could do in the field because there's other guys that we could put in the field. Like, give me Roman Anthony mashing at the plate. We'll figure out the rest.
Right.
Yeah, I think if you can play him in the field, it gives you a lot more flexibility with
yeah.
the roster.
I mean,
I think
it
they're
definitely
going to
does.
play him in the field too.
A little bit, here and there. You know, he's got to.
Yeah.
He's got to play a bit. But yeah, as long as he's mashing, get him up now. I know you got to give him a little bit, but do you need to give him a ton of time? Like,
Let's see what he does after
Let's
a
see
game.
how he feels. Yeah,
Like the day
see how-
after.
today.
You know, like is he going to go 0 for 4 today? You know, like is there
Well,
any?
he may not even play today.
Yeah.
They said.
When I went down for a story a couple of years ago, it was not a beautiful day. It wasn't like it started raining after his first at bat, and then eventually like the Channel 7 just had trash bags for rain gear for their cameras. So eventually that just went. And it was right before his second at bat. And his second at bat, he hit a home run over the Maine Monster.
Nice.
I got it on my
That's sick.
phone, but I was like, I came down here to do my job for the TV station, and my camera's
Not
busted.
working. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But yeah, no, great news though. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
you made it back. It was not a bad ride back and everything.
No. Yeah. Like we got on the interstate and it was just clean riding.
Sweet. Good deal, man. Good deal. Awesome. Right boots on the ground, baby.
It was fantastic. I wasn't expecting him to make it on base every time, but I mean,
yeah, he did.
2 for 2, and then like that first walk, he did kind of have to battle for it a little bit.
Yep.
That second one, they just kind of gave it to him.
Yeah,
They were already down by at least 3 runs, and they were like, okay,
All
we're
right.
not dealing with this.
Damn, good news though. That is good news. It's got to make Red Sox fans feel good because I mean,
I hope so.
You know, they clinched the series yesterday. Do what they need to do against the Diamondbacks. Looked a little bit in question there in the third inning, but they responded well. Great show for you guys. We got to do headlines and highlights here. Tock Report. Talk with Tim Throckmorton as always, and then we do have Pat Lane today, and it's not John Rook, it's Pat Lane.
Yes, exactly. Not like
All right.
last time.
We'll get Pat Lane and get all things Patriots. Roast is presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get Luke, get sold, the Next Home Experience. Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a deer. Let's do it. All right. In Boston, your Sox beat the Diamondbacks 9-4. We got production offensively. Biggest one, though, was Rutschman hits his first home run as a Sox, and Mickey Gasper gets 2 in a row, 2 nights in a row. We got Rutschman there, just appreciating the moment. Dude seems like a great guy. He really does. Like when he gets interviewed, see the class act all the way, as you heard there. And then why don't you give me Mickey Gasper there too? He's hit home runs back-to-back nights. Mickey Gasper's another one of those guys that he's earned the right to be on this roster. Do you disagree?
No, he's like a 40-year-old rookie, right? He's in his 30s. He was decent when you called him up the first time for like 5 games, and then after that stretch, he was hitting like a buck something.
Sure,
so you send him down.
He gets hot.
You bring him back up, and he hits a home run around the pesky pole last night. Gets another one tonight, but I don't think he's a sustainable guy that's going to come up and hit 250 for you every night as a big leaguer.
No. I don't want him as an every night guy, but I mean, in terms of a pinch hit guy that you could throw in there, I don't know.
When
I
Anthony
don't know.
and Story and everyone comes back,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I think he's the first one gone when you bring someone back up.
He probably is.
And that's why he was the first one to go. Right?
He probably is. He probably is. When you look at it like that, I could care less about Trevor Story, but definitely the guy does his job when he's been called up at least. So he's been fun.
He's a pros pro. He's out of Bryant University, so I got to like him a little bit. But it's just when those guys come up, I don't see a spot for him on this roster.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
man. He fights
he
hard.
hasn't earned it the way that Monasterio's earned it. The way that
not over the
Seidler's
period of time.
I think
I honestly think Monasterio's earned it over Trevor Story.
Yeah, when those two guys come back, you're not going to keep Trevor Story in Worcester, and you're not going to DFA him. You're going to give him another shot.
Of course you are.
So when those two guys come back up, I think it's Gasper and Sogard that are gone.
Unfortunately,
probably.
Yeah. Roman, as we said, actually, Ranger Suarez, he went 5 1/3. He gives up a grand slam. Looked ugly there for a second or two, but he found a way. Roman goes 2 for 2 with a single and a home run down in Portland, as we talked about. 2 walks last night. We got your fiance's reaction here.
She actually saw it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is that what this is?
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear it. Hell yeah, Marcus.
Oh, my God.
Hell yeah, Marcus. Good for you, buddy. That Good for you.
The second home run she's ever seen. So she was ecstatic. I get back, and she was like, you're not going to believe it.
I'd say. What a reaction. There you go, brother. Awesome. You said impressed with his check swings as well, and his eye, like he felt like he had command.
Exactly. No, he just hopped right back into it. And obviously, we'll see what happens once he gets back to the big league level.
Of course.
But I'm optimistic, at least when it comes to being able to take pitches, which he's always excelled at.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, he had a nice clean line drive to kind of get things going. So, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, give him his, let's see how he adjusts today.
Yeah.
Give him another one, see how he adjusts after that, how he responds, and then just get him up.
Right.
Because if he is responding well enough where there's really no sort of, he's 21 years old, for God's sakes. Like, it's a finger. Let's go. It's been however many months since he's been down in Florida. Get the guy up and let him get against major league guys and let him figure it out up there.
Yeah, I wonder if they give him one game in Worcester or something like that.
Right.
Just if the Sea Dogs hit the road at some point. But it is, I go back to the Story one. When he was debuting, he went 2 for 2 in his start in Portland, and with a home run, came out in the 5th inning, and then came back up to Boston and was... it was August in Portland. How many good pitchers are down in AA in August right now? So I do. Maybe you want to see him in AAA once, but it's very promising to see him hit a home run like that completely out of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to be facing major league. It's not like he's not going to be coming up. You know what I mean? So it's like
we're
just
see him,
as long as he's responding fine with the pain in the hand or whatever, like get him up and let him figure it out against major league guys. Patriots signed veteran guard Greg Van Roten to a 1-year deal. Played every game for the Giants last year. Huge pickup. Guy's a veteran. Ben Brown goes down, so you're going to have a guy like that.
Yeah, a guy with only... He played every game, started every game.
Yeah.
2 penalties. all year.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
that's a huge
huge.
point.
Yeah.
That's a huge point for sure. Get a guy like that in that you can go to because guys will go down. So good pick up there. Giants sign Najee Harris to a 1-year deal. Goodell says no doubt the NFL is going to have a team outside the U.S. at some point. We'll get to that. And Aaron Glenn says that Breece Hall is going to be out 2 to 3 weeks with a groin injury. Likely will return for the season opener. All right, we've got to get to Stock Report. Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners, upgraded food menu. Find showtimes, reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Bangor Window Shade and Drapery. They offer custom blind shades, drapery, outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade at 105 Main Street in Bangor. And the Morning Roast is brought to you by Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of the Morning Roast, and the place to be, downtown Bangor, heroesportsgrill.com. All right, it's time for Stock Report. And starting off, we've got some great sponsors here as I'm reading them. But yesterday we finalized a deal. We will be partnering with the official sports memorabilia store of the Morning Roast and the Drive, Tuggy Co. Sports.
Oh, we got that done.
We got it done, baby.
Terrific.
Tuggy Co. is coming on board, and we're going to have a ton of giveaways for our audience. Some of the stuff with Ticket TV with the high school players as well that are participating in those games are going to be getting some stuff, and they're going to be really ramping it up. So stay tuned for that partnership as we launch that in the coming weeks. So that's going to be really cool. Stock down. And I'm sure you guys saw this yesterday. Nielsen ratings on the NFL fandom index. Did you guys see this for the NFL?
No, what's the fandom index? Explain that.
Fandom index. It's a first time they ever did it. Ranks how avid NFL fans are in each team market based on 8 metrics. Those metrics: apparel purchases, event attendance, linear TV viewership, streaming, radio listening, betting intent, social media following, and just general interest.
Never bet on your team. That's a rule.
Yeah, 100%.
Tyler,
100%.
what are you talking about?
100%. Want to take a guess where the our New England Patriots or it says Boston, but
If we're not at the top, I'd say middle of the pack. I'd say if we're not top 5, I'd give us like 14.
Yep. What, Marcus?
Is this by market or by like NFL team fandom?
By NFL team.
Okay, so this is strictly based on football, not based on...
this is NFL,
Okay,
yes,
not based
yes.
on media market.
No,
yeah,
no.
I think if we're not top 5, I'd put us right in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like
People
that's
are
pretty
crazy
fair.
about their NFL teams.
Right,
Like, we don't have
30,
like
out of 30.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys
we don't have the
are,
black hole like the Raiders,
Yeah.
Like we don't have those crazy fans like certain teams, but
Sure.
we do have
Dallas
ones
Cowboys
that-
is going to be way up.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's also other things in Boston. Like the Patriots weren't good for a couple years, and the Celtics were. The
True.
Bruins made a run. The
Right.
Red Sox they've caught our attention. So like there are also other football markets that don't have other options. You know,
Right.
like it's
That's fair.
Are you after the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic, like you're probably just a Cowboys fan.
All right, let's flush this out then, because your New England Patriots came in 22nd out of 30.
Oh jeez.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's
It's a lot lower than I
crazy.
thought.
Yeah, way
Do
lower.
you think if they did this in 2019, the Patriots would be,
higher.
a top 10,
It would
top
be higher.
5?
It have to be.
Right? Like
Have to
right
be.
after
Tom
you
Brady.
just signed Antonio Brown
Right.
for 11 days. You had that picture of Brady with all of the
Sure.
the wide receivers. And, you started 8-0.
This top 10 list, though, will blow your mind, I think. Okay, number 1, Buffalo. Can't argue with
Yeah.
it.
No,
Can't argue.
those guys are crazy.
Can't argue with it.
Philadelphia.
Kansas City, number 2.
Sure.
Okay. Really
Gr-
loud
no.
stadium.
Green Bay, number 3.
Yep.
Cincinnati, number 4, which might play to what you were talking about it feels like not a ton of other things.
Yeah, what are you doing at the Reds game?
Right.
They're not playing.
man.
They're not playing in October.
Right.
Yeah.
No. So maybe like you were saying that Philly, Eagles, number 5, Pittsburgh, 6, Baltimore, 7, Lions, 8, Saints, 9.
I feel like that would
they got
make
a passionate
sense.
fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of gumbo, a lot of football.
I mean, that got them through Katrina.
It did. Yeah,
That
it
is
did.
like
yeah, that's a good point.
all they had.
That's a good point. And then Cleveland round out the top 10.
I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
I know.
You've got a top 10 passionate fan base.
They are.
and This
They're
is your
dog
team.
pound, baby.
Oh, man.
Sorry,
they're-
Carl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Oh.
Yeah, well, they get credit. They get credit on this for that, right?
Good.
They're getting their top 10 credit. So
Yeah, they deserve better.
yeah, so
Those
it's
fans.
It says, unsurprising, small markets generally outperform larger ones, but the Boston one is a total head scratcher. So, yeah, interesting. I found that pretty interesting. So, stock down overall on that. I got time for one more.
I think we need our fans to just go crazy. I think we need people dressing up in face paint like the Raiders. Like we're a stand-up, sit-down crowd there on a Sunday. You know, we sing Josie.
Yeah, we do.
You know, and do get up when we have to get up. But other than that, there's nothing that really sets what sets a Patriots tailgate apart than a
regular
Boston College football tailgate.
Just more people.
You know,
just more
the size.
people.
There's nothing unique about the fan experience down in Gillette Stadium besides the fact that we just win all the time.
Yeah.
That's the unique part about it.
I mean,
you know,
only thing different between BC and the Patriots is what, the colors?
Yeah. You know, at the tailgates, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to a Patriots tailgate. We had season tickets to Brown University football back home, and like we would tailgate that. Obviously, a lot less people, but you've got a grill going. Someone's got a speaker in the back of a truck. Someone had Madden in the back of another truck, and there are a bunch of kids running around playing football, cornhole.
Yeah. It's just a tailgate.
You know,
basically.
there's nothing. I don't want to say special. I don't want to say nothing special because, you know, you get tickets to go bring your family down to Gillette for the first time. That's a special individual experience. But when you look at...
There's nothing unique.
When you look at the fan experience, there's nothing that like, oh, yep, that's got to be Patriots.
Yeah.
You know?
I wonder upping the offensive production of the New England Patriots, if that ups it a little bit.
That changes the tailgate.
Not the tailgate. no, not the tailgate, but just the in-game experience.
Yeah.
A little more on your feet, a little more dynamic. I mean, because like, you know, 07, Randy Moss, Brady, I mean, pretty hard to be sitting on your hands during those games, right? You know what I mean? And since that time, it's just, you know, dink and dunk isn't exactly get up and go nuts for, right? And maybe Gronkowski breaking one is awesome, but those are just moments, you know? So maybe a high-flying offense, if we can get it, gets the crowd experience up in-game a little bit more.
And this is also your first year back from, 5 years of mediocrity?
Yeah, you stunk for a few.
Like you were a game over 500 with Mac Jones. You were right around 500 with Cam Newton. And that was Mac Jones' rookie year before you decided to ruin him.
100%.
You know, imagine if Bill Belichick were here for Drake May, and you know you had that promising rookie season, and he was like, you know what we're going to do your sophomore year? Matt Patricia, you're calling plays for the offense.
Exactly.
Here you go, Drake. Meet Matty P.
Exactly. So anyway, maybe that experience will jump up this year. We'll see where it goes, but we'll be back. I want to continue on with that for a second. Just a little Patriot talk there because you know, we got a big week this week with Eagles coming in. So your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer, extra value meals. Extra value when using your McD app in August. Get a classic Big Mac or filet of fish extra value meal for only $8 when you use your McD app. And start your morning over at Gosling's Bakery, 334 Harlow Street in Bangor. Grab a breakfast sandwich on an English muffin or croissant, plus legendary donuts and pastries made since 1945. We'll be right back. Uno Pizzeria and Grill, where they have late night deals every night in the bar or lounge, 9 p.m. to close. Enjoy $6 abs, $5 cheeseburgers, or $5 Indy cheese or pepperoni deep dish, 725 Stillwater Ave in Bangor. That was Ian Rappaport there talking about Gonzalez and the contract situation. Really, that's the biggest news coming out of camp for the Patriots right now. That is priority number one, is getting that thing done, or hopefully that thing gets done. You know, you got Witherspoon got 18% more than Trent McDuffie, the highest paid corner at the time. You're not giving Christian Gonzalez 18% more than Witherspoon.
Devin Witherspoon. No, you're probably going to give him a couple million more than Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah, so the question is what is the ask by Christian Gonzalez, right? Like, that all comes down to it. If it's a reasonable ask, I expect this thing to get done.
Exactly. If it's a reasonable ask, I don't think the Patriots have any reason not to do it.
Right.
But, you know,
there's limits.
They didn't have any reason to put Matt Patricia as offensive coordinator. So the Patriots do some things that they don't have any reasons to do. I really think that unless Gonzalez, I've seen the number floated out there at like $55 million, which is ridiculous. Yeah. You know, like if he's asking for something like that, fine, I can see a reason that this doesn't get done. But if his asking is just, you know, make me the highest paid corner in the league, make me a little bit higher than Witherspoon, there's no reason for the Patriots to balk at this.
Front load the thing.
And if they do, it makes them look awful.
Right.
You know, like I said this yesterday, you just got to a place where free agents who are worth their weight in salt want to come play for you because you're good again. You don't want to ruin that. Like, you already have the Massachusetts thing working against you in free agency. You already had the Bill Belichick working against you, Mac Jones working against you in free agency. You're back. You've had 1 year, you went out, you got A.J. Brown, you went out, you signed some big free agents, and you don't want to ruin any of that momentum by casting your homegrown star to the side or balking at a deal that makes total sense. So, and right now, I feel like everybody's just speculating. Nobody knows what's going on between the Gonzalez camp and the Kraft camp. I mean, the best take we could find was, if cooler heads prevail, this is either going to get done or it's not going to get done. Right. That doesn't really change anything that we know.
No.
But it's it's nice to hear Rappaport break it down. I think this is a much different team if they don't have Christian Gonzalez. I really do.
Oh, it's a big time different team because you can't rely on Carlton Davis for 17 games
to lock down on number one.
Right? And then you've seen depth-wise, they've been a little bit exposed. What they have depth-wise for their corners, it's not like it was prior to when you had Steph Gilmore and you had guys waiting in the wings. They don't have that arsenal going right now. So that's been a question mark without Gonzalez in there, without Carlton Davis in there. Gonzalez is kind of he's got him not over a barrel, but a little bit right now.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Probably your second best player.
Yeah,
outside of Drake May.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reports earlier in training camp about him and A.J. Brown kind of pushing each other to the limit and then, going at it and having to take a break and cool off because they're going a little too hard. Like, that is great. That's what we want. And now Christian Gonzalez hasn't been practicing for a week, and you kind of lose that edge with Brown.
And you can get away with having a little bit lesser corners if you've got a hell of a pass rush.
Yeah.
That's a problem. You don't have that either. So, you're going to be relying on Christian Gonzalez quite a bit. Why don't you give me number 6 there, Greg Bedard's thought on it?
It again sounds like that's just kind of like you didn't hear that from the Gonzalez camp. You didn't hear that from the Kraft camp. It's
guesstimating.
Yeah, it's guess, and I get it. Surtan 4 days before the opener didn't hold in, didn't do anything. You don't have to do that. You could sign him now,
right?
If you wanted to. Look, it's Wednesday, August 19th. You've got 3 weeks until that
from
home
today.
Opener. From today, and probably 2.5 weeks from today until you're getting on a plane and heading out to Seattle.
Yeah, you've got to get this done. Yeah, you do. So stay tuned on that one. That'll be the top of mind until it gets done. We got to get to break so we get to Truth of Throck with Tim Throckmorton. Maine Athletics this fall. It's time to pack the stands at Alphon. Cheer on the Maine football team. Season tickets, they're on sale now, and they give you the best value and best seats for every home game. Visit goblackbears.com/tickets and connect to the Ticket social media channel, 929 The Ticket on Facebook, 929 The Ticket on Instagram, sports.net.maine on TikTok, and our YouTube page, Sportsnet Maine. Hey, Bigfoot fans. Tossie's Checkouts calling all Sasquatch seekers to the second annual Glenburn Sasquatch Calling Contest, Saturday, August 29th, 1 to 5 at 1492 Pushaw Road in Glenburn. You can win a $100 cash prize, compete for legendary bragging rights, and it's free to enter. So bring your crew, bring your call, and we'll see you at Tossie's Checkout. Joining us now on the Heroes Hotline, as he does every week, Mr. Tim Throckmorton. Tim, how we doing?
Hey, guys. Yes, that song, of course, the history there.
Yes.
Jay Giles played for Only Me. I was the only one in the audience.
That's amazing.
That's one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah, at the Memorial Gym, right?
It was.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. No, that was awesome.
Hey, I was serenaded.
Thinking, when you guys are talking about salary cap, I think the salaries and trying to sign Gonzalez, that it's just crazy. The art in the NFL is the person managing that cap and how to do that. I mean, you've got to get some genius in there to figure out percentage of money spent here or there and having it basically work. And now you're signing somebody for a 3-year deal. Or a 4-year deal, and all that money's out there, and it's this percentage, it's like 20% of the cap that's spent on 2 people, maybe more, once you've got your quarterback signed. And so just all of that management, you have to hit on your second-round pick, on your third-round pick. And you've got to have a bunch of guys that are really good that you're not paying a lot to. So,
Right.
I mean, you cannot say, oh, we're just going to spend, you can't be the Dodgers and just go buy, oh, we're a little short here, let's go buy this guy. And so I think, I think the NFL, the amazing part is that somebody's sitting in an office going, okay, we can do this. And so, that's the question. Can you sign, you can't sign Gonzalez for $50 million. I mean, some of these guys in the league in the last couple of weeks have signed these monster deals, and I'm thinking, how do they manage to spread their money around to 50 whatever players when you've got this guy signed for that? That's amazing to me.
And to your point, when you have a draft like the Patriots had in 24, where you've got basically no one left other than Drake May, that kills you. That kills you because you don't have now you've got to get into free agency. Now you've got to make it up in other ways that are going to cost you so much more money.
Right, and the free agency, you're getting second-tier players. You're getting the second. Everybody's sort of scooped up off the top. The cream is gone, and you're looking for the 2%.
And you're overpaying.
And probably overpaying. So that's every year I go. I look at over the cap all the time, and I'm thinking, okay, geez, my gosh, the Giants only have $12 million to spend on free agency. Like, they're screwed. They can't do it. And then they go out and spend all this money, and none of it's like deferred. And I'm going, how did that happen?
Cap is crap.
Where did that come from? And so I'm just really mystified how the cap even works. And I'm no genius, but I read about it all the time, and I still can't figure it out. So. Okay, well, if it works, geez, if it's not illegal, let's go.
Right. They'll find a way. They can, it's just not a hard cap, so they can find ways to move around and backload, front load. They just get creative with it in the NFL.
Yeah, and then you look at over the cap. I don't know if you guys do this, or maybe you're not crazy, but I look at over the cap for this year, and then I I click on 27, and I go, okay, how much over the cap? They're pretty in the middle of the road there. In 28, there's nobody signed for. I mean, there's no money going out in 28. So it's like, that's. And then I go, okay, good, we're in good shape. And then there's all this money, just really weird.
Yeah, I know, crazy. Marcus got to see Roman Anthony last night down in Portland.
Yes, I was listening to that. That's pretty good. That's a good start. But it's funny how with the guy we're putting all our stock in. The Red Sox will go as Roman Anthony goes, and then this whole season happens, and it's like, who the hell is Roman Anthony? It just great if he comes back, and I'm just kind of let down by the whole fact that. He's chumming around with all these guys and not taking it seriously. They can't be right. Just please tell me that that's not right. I mean, that, Romy Gonzalez and what's his name?
Marcelo Meyer.
Meyer. Yeah. It's just, I'm hoping that that's not true. I think Roman Anthony's a good guy. I think he's got his head screwed on straight. I
just wanted to go out and have a little fun. That's all. He just wanted to go have a little fun. He just forgot the importance of the other part of why everybody knows you.
Yeah, I think that's also an exaggeration. I think he was seen out a couple times, and then the thread started. Everybody blasted him on Reddit or something that he's just out of control, and it's probably not true because he looks like I don't think. Maybe I'm just thinking that. I'm hoping it's not true.
I think that might be wishful.
Being banished to Fort Myers really doesn't make him look any better.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. True.
Yeah, but now we're back to kind of putting all our hopes on Roman Anthony again. Like as things come full circle.
No, it's true, and I think the people that they brought up, I'm just really amazed that these guys. Maybe the languishing in the minors that they bring up for a period of time and hey, I like this. Sogard is awesome.
Right.
Just this guy, a bunch of them. I mean, you can name 5 people that have done that this year and come up and gone, oh, wow, he's my favorite. Monasterio.
Right.
That guy is really good. When somebody steps in the batter's box and you go, Duran was one of my favorites.
Sure.
But he gets in the box now, and I go, oh, shoot, well, nothing's going to happen here.
Right.
But Monasterio, yes. I feel like something good's going to happen. And I there's a bunch of those guys where I feel good about them. And I almost hate that Trevor Story's come up and play
Same.
shortstop. Oh,
Same.
Just
Don't like it.
Oh, shoot. Let him play second.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Sogard, but let him play second.
I agree. What do we got for Truth or Throck this week, Tim?
Okay, well, since the golf season started locally for high school,
That's right.
I thought these are crazy long drives.
Ooh, nice.
Three stories. Two of these are true and one is not.
Okay.
A little personal one here first. My wife, Emily, who's actually not a golfer, never goes out, asked if she could go once last year. We played the backside at Herman. On the 11th hole, she drove and hit the green from the women's tee 248 yards. Pretty dry and quite a little roll. 4 putts later, though, she had herself a bogey. Okay.
That's okay.
Number 2. The longest men's drive is by long drive champion Kyle Berkshire. He hit a ball that traveled 512 yards in the air and rolled to 580 yards. He actually did it at elevation and with a little bit of a tailwind. And number 3, the longest ball hit in a tournament is by Carl Cooper in the Texas Open. His drive went down a cart path and then another fairway and ended up 787 yards from the tee box. Missing his target, of course, doesn't count for the distance record.
Oh, Tim, what do we got?
I think the Berkshire one's true. He's the guy with the long hair that takes the giant steps before he swings. And I remember him winning a long drive at elevation, and it was a big deal. So I'm going to go with that one true.
Yep.
Don't think Tim would just lie to us about his wife like that. Be like, psych, she only hit it 100 yards. I don't think he gains anything from that. So I'm going to go with number 3.
I like your rationale.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking 3. There's maybe too many details.
Okay. So wait, you're saying number 3? Oh yeah, number 3. The
Don't
cart
worry
path.
yeah. Why. Just
Yeah.
I messed myself up there.
Just to be different, I'm going to say he did lie about his wife. Yeah. And I just was trying to boost her up here.
I did lie about my wife.
Hey.
She actually refuses to play golf. She goes, "No, that's your thing. You go do your golf." And I ask her once in a while, and she'll say, "Nope, absolutely not."
Nothing to do
you
with
just
it.
added the 4 putt thing in there for fun. This is about long drives and everything too.
I was mean.
That's good.
787 though, down a cart path. I mean, still 787. That's incredible.
Yeah, really weird. Although,
How far was the hole?
Right.
yeah, right. It probably went way past, way down. I don't know to get back to your hole.
You might need another driver.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my, big time.
Oh my god. So how where are you at with preseason golf? What are you guys doing at the moment?
Just going in the mornings, of course, before school starts, and
Nice.
And we've got 44 golfers out this year. And,
Awesome.
And Brewer has a bunch of huge amount of golfers. John Bapps has a large amount of golfers. So I think it's some of the other schools are really picking up as far as popularity, and that's amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with going out and working on your golf skills. Last a lifetime.
Absolutely. Good for you. Enjoy, and we'll catch up next week, Tim.
Okay, good talking to you guys.
Always. All right, Tim Throckmorton, Truth of Throck, and we'll be back with This Day in History. 1967, the Beatles, All You Need Is Love, goes to number 1 on the charts. Other events, this one, I'm going down a rabbit hole at some point today on this one. 1665, the world's most mysterious book, a codex known as the Voynich manuscript and written in an unknown script, is sent by the rector of Charles University in Prague to a Jesuit scholar now in Yale University's Benecke library and still undeciphered.
Huh.
Yeah. The world's most mysterious book, the Voynich manuscript, Voynich. I got to look that one up. 1848, New York Herald's first major Eastern newspaper to report discovery of gold in California. 1960, New England's first commercial atomic energy reactor owned by Yankee Atomic Electric Company achieves a self-sustaining nuclear reaction in Roe, Mass. Sports history, 1900 started the first and only Olympic cricket match as Great Britain defeats France by 158 runs in Paris.
They're like, we can't play that anymore.
There endeth the cricket matches in the Olympics. 1903, the Phillies suffer a record 9th consecutive postponed game.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know, like thunderstorms or
riots.
Yeah, I don't know. 1951, Bill Vick of the St. Louis Browns sends Eddie Gaedel, a 3'7" little person, to pinch hit. He walks on 4 pitches. Smart move. 1997.
Caleb Durbin.
Yeah. Little dirt dog, right. 1997, Yankee third baseman Wade Boggs pitches a scoreless inning against Anaheim. Remember that well. Birthdays today, 1963. It's John Stamos' birthday. 1969, Matthew Perry passed away 2023. 1988, Kirk Cousins. And 1997, Marcelo Hernandez, stand-up comedian, Saturday Night Live.
You'd think he was in Happy Gilmore too.
Was he?
Okay. When Bad Bunny took Happy to the range, and he was just like, yeah, my cousin's out there. He's going to run around and collect them all
gets
for
a little
you.
bit. Yep. Holidays today, it's Potato Day. Give me a mashed or baked. I'll take them either way. World Humanitarian Day. It's Aviation Day. And it's Photography Day. All right. We'll be back with 7 o'clock hour. Welcome into the 7 o'clock hour of the Morning Roast on this Wednesday, August 19th. Greg Hirsch, Tyler Krusz, Marqus Cesar in the building. Marcus is back from Portland. He went down, boots on the ground, to see Roman Anthony in Portland last night, and he had a doozy.
Oh, my God. He had a fantastic game. I mean, just a real return to form for him. Sadly, I did not witness the home run.
That's okay.
But boy, did I hear it and feel it.
Looked like I picked the wrong time to go to the bathroom.
Oh, my God. And I thought I was safe. I really did. I just took a little bit too long.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You were there. That's what counts. There's some hope on the horizon for Roman Anthony being back in Boston for this final stretch. Tyler, how we doing?
Doing well. Did he play the whole 9? What did they pull him after 5? I assume after the home run, everyone was like, well, I saw what I wanted to see.
So we would have gotten him in the bottom of the 8th if we'd gotten one more at bat, I think.
Okay.
But he just had 4 plate appearances, and then that's sadly where we had to call it. They went into the 9th ahead, so we just called it there.
Nice.
Yeah. So all signs point to everything went well. We'll see how he feels today, but got to imagine they did say it was going to be, what was the word Chad Tracy used? Hybrid day today.
Interesting.
He might go, he might not. See how he feels, basically.
Yeah, we're going to say, like, you a little hungover after bonfire yesterday?
Yeah.
And,
oh, my God.
So that's a good thing. Sox win. Adley Rutschman hits his first dinger in a Red Sox uni. It was a monster hit around the pesky pole, but, I mean, it was a shot.
Oh, yeah, he crushed it.
Yeah, big time. Just a matter of it was going to stay fair or not. It does. And Mickey Gasper blasts another home run in his little stint here with the Sox again. Guy's been a guy you could pop in, and he's done his job. I mean, Mickey Gasper, just with the stash and everything, I love it.
He's fun to watch. He came up the first time, and you put him at leadoff for whatever godforsaken reason, right. And he was decent for a couple games, and then it was like, all right, well, the Mickey Gasper experiment is now over.
Right.
You bring him up again because he needed to call someone up, and he's got, 2 home runs in 2 games?
Yeah.
One off the pesky pole 2 days ago, and then another one to center last night. We'll see how long this hot streak stays for. It's nice that you kind of get like. It's the same thing that happened with Anthony Siegler, and Sogard, where like they came up, they're hot, they cooled down a little bit, but here comes another one, and he's hot, he's going to cool down a little bit, but guess what? We got another platoon guy from Worcester that we're going to bring up, and he's going to get hot for a little bit too, and it's just like a cycle of that.
We were talking with Tim about that too, just these guys coming in like that, and it's like, if you think about it, these guys have been in the system where they've been nobody for the most part, and all you hear about are the Roman Anthonys, Marcelo Myers, Christian Campbell's, the Arias now, all these other people, big, high volume or high, visibility guys, right? Like guys that you're banking on. These guys nobody's talking about. So if you're a pro ball player, there's a little chip on your shoulder a little bit, right? To say, okay, I'm going to get my opportunity. I'm dialing in. Yeah. I am dialing in, and these guys are playing with grit, heart, and that's what you get with these guys.
Yeah, the first time you brought Gasper up, I think it was because Narvaez was hurt or something like that. You brought him up to catch. He's in his mid-30s, and he's a rookie. Sogard, he got some time last year,
Yeah,
right?
he did.
He's a good platoon guy. Look, these are all, though, they're exciting. They're fun to watch. They're cool little stories.
Right.
Come playoff time, I don't want to see them.
No, you need veterans.
I don't want him anywhere near.
You need veterans.
I don't know. It's from last year, kind of scarred a little bit. You sent all those platoon guys in the playoffs, and none of them hit.
No, it all comes back to who they really are when the chips are down, right? They're
you
not.
You can sell
big
me
game
on
guys.
like, hey, we're gonna move Sogard to left field, and Jaron Duran's gonna just be, buried at the bottom of our depth chart. Fine with that. Anything, if you can replace Duran, give me any of those role guys. But other than that, I kind of want to see, through midway through September, get me a solid 1 through 9 against righties, a solid 1 through 9 against lefties, and roll that out every time.
Yeah, give me your best lineup, and we'll see where that goes. Trevor Story, that's another one that looks like he'll be back sooner rather than later. He claims he'd be ready to go for Friday. I don't think you got to get him in there and you got to see what he's got. I don't think he automatically retains the shortstop position just because he's Trevor Story. I think he's got to earn it a bit.
I believe that's what Tracy said, though.
Yeah, that he's got to work his way in.
No, that he's the everyday shortstop when he gets back.
He did, and I don't know if that's what if he stinks. Because he stunk this year.
He stunk at the beginning of the year, but so did Roman Anthony at the beginning of the year. So your whole team stunk at the beginning of the year, let's be honest. I mean,
they were terrible.
I think you had one guy hitting over 200. It was Rafaela, and then maybe Wilson Contreras. But other than that, like, if you're going to point at Trevor Story and say, I don't want him back because he stunk at the beginning of the year, and then you're going to welcome Roman Anthony with open arms. Like, everybody stunk at the beginning of the year.
Right.
Those two guys just happen to go away for a long time.
Yeah, it's not that I don't want him back. I just want to see that he can deliver.
Yeah.
Because he's not the best defensive shortstop. Neither's Monasterio, right?
Made a heck of a play yesterday.
Yeah, he did. But reinforcements are coming nonetheless.
I think if you're going to replace Trevor Story and say, you know what, we're not going to play you at shortstop. It needs to be for Franklin Arias. It can't be for Monasterio. You need to do it for a reason. Monasterio
Monasterio can hit at times.
He can hit, but he's not your shortstop. But he can hit at times.
No.
So can Story. Story was your best hitter last year.
Yeah.
So I think you deserve to give that a shot. He had 96 RBI. I think he started the year 31 for 31 for stolen bases, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Like 31 straight stolen bases to start the year. Set a new record in that. And I think you got to give him the shot. And if you're not going to give him a shot, it's got to be for the kid. It's got to be for Arias, for the kid that you're going to say, this is our shortstop next year. This is our shortstop the year after. This is our shortstop of the future. We're going to bring him up now, sort of like we did with Bogarts in 2013, because Steven Drew wasn't the shortstop of the future.
Right.
So
it won't be though, because if you're going to go defensive, it'll be Chang, because you're not going to waste a year. You're not going to waste a year of Arias if you're not going to have a season next year.
I'd rather give Trevor Story an extended shot than go with Chang in the playoffs or Monasterio as your everyday shortstop. He's been decent this last month, but
it's a position that's got to get better no matter what.
I tend to say, with platoon guys in the playoffs, I'd rather take a start on the star who would probably be able to dig deep in his bag and give you something.
Interesting stuff. Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a deer. And Fat Panda Boba Tea and Market on Harlow Street in Bangor, next to Goslin's Bakery. Sip fresh boba, explore snacks, ramen, and their tasty Jamaican patties. Let's hit some headlines. All right, Sox beat the Diamondbacks 9-4. Rutschman, as we said, hits his home run. Give him appreciating that moment. Yeah, it was Jimmy Fund again last night. It's amazing what they do there, but awesome to see Rutschman kind of find his swing a little bit. You figured this would happen. It was just like he had one hit out of 17 at bats. Now it's like, okay, we're starting to see the ball a little bit.
Yeah, thank Caleb Durbin for instilling that patience in us. After watching how he started the season, I was like, Adley Rutschman, I can wait a little bit for him to pick it up.
Right, exactly. He gives you a little bit of hope on that one, so that was good. Ranger Suarez, he goes 5 1/3, gives up 4 hits, 4 earned runs. It all came on one swing of the bat, though. Grand slam in the third. How do we feel about Ranger Suarez at this point in the season?
Wish that they spent that money on Pete Alonso, but that's okay. Can't go back and do that. Look, he was your all-star, and I think he's probably if Garrett Crochet doesn't come back, your number 3 starter in the playoffs. It's going to go Tolley, Gray, Suarez.
Yep. Yeah,
it's got to be. If you need a fourth, you go Bennett for an inning and then Bayo.
That one for me is up in the air.
Bennett's
now.
got 0 earned runs in the first inning.
Oh, you're saying in the same game?
Yes.
You're saying the same game. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Exactly. He'd be your starter, and then Bayo with his yips comes in and whatever because he didn't pitch the first inning.
He's the best reliever
It's
ERA.
unbelievable.
He's
It's
a .83.
I think it was like .32. I got it. We'll look at it here in a sec because it's actually unbelievable. So whatever, it's working. Roman Anthony goes 2 for 2 with a single and a home run, along with 2 walks in his first rehab game. Give me number 2 there with Roman Anthony.
Yeah, I don't care if he feels good today. Don't play him.
Yeah, right.
This guy gets hurt every 100 swings,
Right.
so just don't play him.
I know. There goes an ab again. On that note, some updates for the Red Sox came out yesterday from Chad Tracy. Masataka Yoshida's MRI came back. Significant hamstring strain. No timetable yet. We may have seen the last of him this season.
I may have seen the last of him in Boston.
Yep.
If there's no baseball next year.
Yeah, right. Exactly. For Whitlock and Slayton, no structural damage in the MRIs, just inflammation is expected. That's good news. No wrist update yet on Curtis Mead, but he and his wife had a baby. Congrats to them. Tanner Houck threw to hitters, he threw 20, 25 pitches, averaged 93. He's in the picture. Oviedo still in his bullpen progression. The rotation order against the Giants will be Gray, Sandoval, and Bennett. And Garrett Crochet is still throwing from 60 feet, increasing volume. They asked him, Garrett Crochet, he said maybe playoffs, he might be able to get 2 innings max out of him. So if Garrett Crochet is back, it'll most likely be out of the bullpen. So those are your updates for the Red Sox. The Patriots did sign veteran guard Greg Van Roten to a 1-year deal. Gives him a little bit of veteran depth. The guy played every game for the Giants last year. They needed a guy like that, so that's a good signing at this point.
Yeah, not a lot of penalties. Sign him on a 1-year deal. He's a 30-something-year-old guard that started, all 17 games last year. So
yeah,
that's experience on the line that you need. That's a leader in that group. With when you got that, I think you have Lomu and Campbell both in that offensive line group, both young guys. This is a great signing, I think.
Yeah, definitely like that one. Diamondbacks manager Torey Lovullo. Ketel Marte traveled to Phoenix and was surprised by the lack of communication with him. Hadn't talked to him. He had tests done on his left knee, and they DFA'd him. Right?
They DFA'd Ketel Marte?
Yes, yesterday. Yes.
No, they put him on the restricted list.
Did they put him on the restricted?
Yeah.
I thought they DFA'd him.
DFA means anybody can go grab him. Yeah,
right.
No, that didn't happen.
We want to double check that because I swear I saw that. So
if they did, I mean, I love tactical errors by my enemies, but that would be insane.
There's something serious going on with him, though. I mean, there was emotion in his interview. Look for that and see if they did, because I swear I saw that, but I obviously could be wrong because I've been wrong in the past many times. All right, we're going to get to break here in a second. We will be giving out Zach Top tickets in a little bit here. Not next segment, the segment after, but stay tuned for that. Next Home Experience is the market leader. Get Luke, get sold with the Next Home Experience. And your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street and Brewer. For August, use that McD app plus up a great breakfast. Get a hash brown for only $1. Beautiful snack for only $1 in the McD app. Natural Lawn of America. If you want greener, healthier lawn without harsh chemicals, Natural Lawn of America to help. Organic-based care, tick ranger protection, call 721-0600 or naturallawns.com/Bangor-ME. Naturally healthier lawns. Okay. Ketel Marte, update on that. Someone did tweet that he was DFA, but that's not the case. We found out he dealing with a personal issue in Boston is a report.
Report was he was in Boston on, when did the series start? Monday night?
A couple days ago.
And Monday night, and then Tuesday flew back to
Phoenix,
Arizona for MRI on his knee. But the reason he missed the game wasn't, usually if you have something physical, you show up and say, hey, medical staff that's here at the ballpark, something's wrong with my knee.
Right. We all deal with it.
Yeah.
And so there's something deeper going on.
Yeah. He missed a couple days. This happened last year. His home was broken into in Arizona, and then he spent a couple days in the Dominican Republic and missed the team's game without communicating properly or something like that.
Just kind of disappeared.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah. So, there's definitely some emotion there with the Diamondbacks manager when talking about it. So, you just hope everything's okay.
Former Sox bench coach, too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. For stocks, so this is I just going through, and this is preseason, and now we've, 2026 here. It seems, beyond the Christian Gonzalez thing, kind of a boring preseason, dare I say, in terms of like not a lot of, and is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Is it a good thing? Are you in a good place if you're having kind of a boring preseason?
For
Not
the
a lot of
Patriots?
talk.
Yeah,
not
that's
a lot
great.
of talk.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Because there was a lot of, it kind of like, it goes back to the old Chris Rock thing. Like, it's married and bored, single and lonely. Like, the only good the only exciting relationships are bad ones.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was real exciting when we had Mac Jones and Matt Patricia making the calls, right? A lot of excitement happening that preseason.
Yeah, you won 4 games.
Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, the talk coming out of preseason was, what's happening.
Yeah, well, the talk
It doesn't
before,
look good.
and the talk before camp was like, look at what he did with his body. Like, he's dedicated. The Patriots are talking high on him. They're designing an offense just for him. If I hear anybody say they're designing a brand new offense just for him again, I'm going to jump out a window. Those aren't good words anymore. Those words are scarring.
Right.
And I think you're lucky to be having a quiet offseason. You look around, and over in L.A., Puka Nacua is running through glass and biting people.
Right.
You look at, and maybe Aaron Donald's coming back. Maybe he's not. You look at San Francisco at the substation, and McCaffrey and Mike Evans haven't practiced all week.
Right.
Kittle's still hurt. Everybody's dealing with tightness over there. You look at the Cowboys. There's always something going on with the Cowboys. I don't even know what's going on with the Cowboys, but there's always something there.
Minnesota Vikings,
Quarterback competition.
J.J. McCarthy won't listen, won't talk to anybody, so they immediately named Kyler Murray as their starting quarterback without any sort of preseason.
Where did you hear? He wasn't talking to anybody?
He wasn't. He was like arguing with offensive coordinators, didn't like things, and that's why they named Kyler Murray the starting quarterback. They're like, I'm not dealing with this guy.
I saw that last year, that he was last year he was questioning the coaches and stuff like that. They were like, dude,
cocky,
come on.
pompous, right? So it's like, you know what? I'll take a little boring.
Yeah.
I'll take a little, is Christian Gonzalez, we got to get him signed. Beyond that, it's like, things seem to be going pretty good. Yeah. So stock up on the Patriots preseason. A.J. Brown looks like A.J. Brown. Romeo Doubs and Drake May seem to have found their timing. Guys like Kyle Williams are making their own case for sticking around. Kayshon Boutte doing the right thing and just grinding it out regardless of any chatter, makes himself an incredibly valuable commodity for the Patriots right now. So, Will Campbell looks pretty damn good.
Campbell looks good, yeah.
Yeah, like kind of nice now. We've gone through so many seasons recently of it kind of looks like disaster in Foxborough. So I don't know. I'm saying way stock up.
Nice quiet camp. It's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
give me a quiet camp. And give me big week this week, as we mentioned, Will Campbell too. Going against the Eagles, right? Give me Alex Barth on what he's looking for. Yeah, no, and so far he looks the part. Now, is some of that maybe the edge rush issues that the Patriots have themselves? Potentially, but all reports are Campbell the biggest jump typically NFL players make is from year 1 to year 2. And that's something that I think everybody's keeping their eye on because it's so vital and so important. And then you got Marcus Bryant backing him up. And he looks the part too, and just a different style left tackle than Will Campbell is. Just so much bigger, but looks like a guy that if you need him can play in that spot. So far so good.
And Campbell's super important. I mean, you spent a fourth overall pick on him. Like, you don't want to just be like, oh, this guy, second year, it's not really showing it. We might have to move him to guard. He might not have it. He might not start.
That's kind of catastrophic.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. As your fourth round, that would mean you hit on one pick in the last 2 years.
Right.
And you had a better draft in the last 2 years than you did for the last 10 of Belichick. But anyways.
Right. No, and he looked the part prior to getting injured last year.
Yeah.
And then he didn't look good in the playoffs, obviously, but A, coming off injury, B, going against the best of the absolute best. Can he make adjustments and develop this year?
After a pretty easy regular season, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll see where it goes. All right, we're going to get to break. It is your cue to call because we are giving away Zach Top tickets. I'll take the number 3 caller, your third caller, at 992-9029, 992-9029 for Zach Top tickets. Are you stuck on the side of the road? Union Street Towing's got you covered 24/7 statewide from breakdowns to lockouts. We'll get you moving fast. Call 942-4200. Driven to be there when you need them most. And Dean's Detailing is the leader in auto detailing for over 55 years. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, look good, feel good, and a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Acadia Federal Credit Union's newest location is now open on Wilson Street in Brewer, serving Maine since 1963 with branches in Bangor, Brewer, Russet County. Learn more at acadiafcu.org. All right, Zach Top tickets. Who do we got there?
We got Matt from Corinth.
All right, Matt, how we doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys doing this morning?
We're doing all right. Congrats on the ticks. You a big Zach Top fan?
I'm a big free stuff fan.
I love it. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Who you lining up to take with you?
Probably my wife.
Yeah, that's a good move. It's always a good move.
Yeah.
What's on your mind right now? Are you dialed in on the Red Sox? Are you just eagerly anticipating the Patriots? Where are you at right now?
Yeah, I'm all in on the Red Sox right now. What they did with that streak really had me going.
Yeah.
That losing 7 out of 9 kind of turned me off a little bit. But
Sure.
Seems like we're headed the right direction right now.
All right, a lot of positivity. Got reinforcements potentially on the way. Should we rely on Roman Anthony coming back and making an impact, or is it going to be the same old, same old?
I don't think we have a choice. I think we have to. We need these guys to play when they come back. Him and Story both.
Yeah.
If they don't play well, we're not going anywhere.
I get it. Yeah, you got to get the veterans in. You got to get a veteran in, and then your premier guy. They got to be the people they're made to be, especially down this stretch, man. We're gonna need them. So, hey, congrats again on the tickets, man, and enjoy, buddy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Awesome. So Zach Top, you got Marcus. Zach Top, is that in your range or no?
No, I just heard him for the first time.
Yeah,
Did you?
I have
Okay,
no idea
all right,
what that is.
okay,
But
yeah.
I like some.
It's
older
old school country. It's old school country,
yeah.
right? Like newer but old school country. So yeah, I know they came last year too. So yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I like that song off the top. I'll probably give
Yeah,
it a
sounded
rip
good.
myself later.
Yeah, pretty good. Not bad. So yeah, no, you got to get Roman Anthony up. Got to get him up.
Yeah, I don't want him up after one game, though. You got to give him a little bit more
give him
time.
a couple just to see how he recuperates. That's the worry, right?
Yeah.
So, but let's say he plays one more game in Portland, one game in Worcester. You good at bringing him up at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Good
this
to
is
go.
a guy that you kind of... Is it urgent? No, because you still have a 5-game lead in the wild card. Like, it's not like if you don't bring Roman Anthony up, you're not making the playoffs, but you want him to get his at-bats in before playoff time comes.
Yeah, no, he's got to get used to seeing major league
time.
He's got to get used to seeing major league stuff. So that's important. And then we just got to fill in the holes, man. Like we talked about at shortstop, whether it's going to be Trevor Story. He's going to get the opportunity. And so what do we need Trevor Story to do more so than like Monasterio? Like, what do we need to see from him? What does he need to deliver to this team to take that next step?
I think if he can be consistent offensively, you move Monasterio to second and you put Roman Anthony in left field, and
hope for the best there.
Those are your two worst offensive positions, really, second base and left field.
Yeah. So move. Okay. Yeah.
I would put Monasterio at second.
It doesn't sound like Meade's anywhere near ready to come back.
No, I would put Monasterio at second until Meade is ready, if we get Meade this season at all, and then I would put Anthony in left.
Yeah, God,
I think Roman
arm.
Anthony's way too young to just say you're a DH for the rest of your life. You came up an outfielder. I would put him in left, and if you need Duran to DH, you get him to DH. But I think Anthony's in left, and you go Anthony, Sedon, and Abreu. There's your outfield for the playoffs. Your infield's Durbin, Story, Meade or Monasterio, and Contreras.
Who do you get to DH?
You throw Duran there. You could throw Sogard. You could throw Mickey Gasper. You could throw Connor Wong.
Yeah.
I think you got a lot of guys out there that can DH. You're not getting a David Ortiz style DH from any of these guys, but it would have been nice to have that Ranger Suarez money tied up into a DH, man. It really would be right now.
Right. No, I get it. So it's going to be interesting because this lineup is going to change going forward here fairly soon. But they're riding it out. They take the series with the Diamondbacks, and then they just gear up for the Giants. A little reunion with Rafi Devers. We'll see what happens there, too. We're going to get back to break here because we've got Pat Lane coming up to talk some Patriots as they set to have joints with the Eagles. Get his thoughts on that. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center is the official sports grill of the Morning Roast, downtown Bangor, and herosportsgrill.com. And Northeast Driving School has been the leader in driver training for over 57 years. Register today for driver's ed courses at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Call 942-1769 or register at northeastdrivingschool.com. Ticket TV on demand. Missed a game on Ticket TV? Not a problem. Every game's available on demand at 929theticket.com and on the Ticket app. The 2026 fall season begins September 3rd. Joining us now on the Heroes Hotline, Pat Lane. Pat, how we doing?
Doing good, guys. How you guys doing?
We're doing all right. Where are we at with the school schedule down in Mass?
Oh my goodness, my summer's officially over today. I'm changing districts, so I have orientation, and then I start full back on Tuesday, just teachers, but start full back on Tuesday.
Oh man, it all begins again, doesn't it? Holy mackerel! Oh well, my heart goes out to you as a former teacher myself, so I know how that goes. A lot of coffee, maybe a little turbo shot in there to get you through.
Yeah, a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, on Patriots, I think it was 3 days ago, maybe you posted on Twitter that after a week you'll be nervous about the Gonzalez thing, and so we got 4 days left before you start getting nervous. Are we still on the same schedule?
Yeah, that's 100%. That was my thought process all along was, you have to look at what the situation is going to be with Witherspoon, right? If Witherspoon signs, then you give yourself a week, and then it becomes concerning. And so that's where I'm at right now. And he signed last week, and so Gonzo probably wants that $34 to $35 million, and the Patriots should do it.
Yep.
And if they don't, then it gets concerning.
Sure.
But, we'll see.
Is there a potential you think Gonzalez may be asking for just an exorbitant amount, or do you think it's probably a lot closer to what you just described?
I mean, you hear all sorts of different things from all sorts of different people, right? And it could be he wants what the most is going to be next year, and so on and so. And but it's like, and that might be true, but he can't be sitting in there asking for $40 million. It's just not going to happen. No one's going to give him that money,
right?
And so it just gets to the point where it's like, all right, at some point we're going to have to sign this deal. The only way he would not be willing to go down would be if he doesn't want to play here. I don't believe that that's the situation. But if he doesn't want to play here and he wants to go somewhere else, that's a way you can kind of shoot yourself out of town where you're like, hey, I'm not going to play for any less than $40 million a year. And then you trade him somewhere he wants to go and he signs for 36 because that's really what he wanted from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you think there's any reason the Patriots might be hesitant on this? Any reason for the Patriots to hold up on signing if his ask is reasonable?
I think the biggest thing is what's going on right now, right? Your best ability is availability.
Yeah. And
every single year he's been banged up at some point. Now, that doesn't mean that, he can't finish a full season or anything like that, but his rookie year, he leaves and he's out for the majority of the year. Then his second year, he gets hurt, he misses a few games. Then his third, right? So it's like, it's this pattern that happens over and over again. And it's like, if he can't play a full season, we can't be paying him like the best player in the league if he can't play the full year, right? If we can't rely on him to be available all the time. So that's the only thing that would give them any hesitation. I think everything else you've seen from him, people questioned his toughness and his ability to play the run, and he did that exceptionally well last year, I thought. And so I just don't think that there's any reason to question it unless they're worried about his availability.
Right. Well, you're right, because there is a double worry here. Like, once if he does, which I expect him to sign, you expect him to be on the field. What if he signs and still isn't on the field? Because we're kind of just not making anything out of this little injury. We're just kind of saying it's just him holding in, basically. God forbid he signs and he still can't go. I mean, that's a whole nother problem.
Right. Well, I think right now is the preseason. I'm not really worried about that. He put in some really good work. Already. As long as he's ready for the start of the regular season, I'm not super worried about that.
Sure.
But But sure, it's definitely something that would be concerning if he signs the contract and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm still not ready to go.
right.
That wouldn't be ideal.
No. So what should we be looking for in this joints with the Eagles and preseason game on Saturday? What is something that you're looking for out of this week?
No, the big thing again is the offensive and defensive lines, and how they hold up. And you're talking about playing against an elite defensive front in the Eagles. And so how does the offensive line hold up, right? How do they perform in the one-on-ones? Will Campbell, I think, has done a phenomenal job all camp.
Yep.
And so then how does he look now against these guys? And then, how does the interior offensive line look? And can they run the ball when they want to run the ball? And, it's those types of questions that really, I think, are interesting. And then, of course, the Eagles with their running attack and their offensive line, how does the Patriots defensive line and linebackers hold up against that? And then, are they able to stop the run? Because that's going to be a big question for the Patriots. Obviously, losing Kyrus Tonga.
Yep.
I think Corey Durden's going to have a solid year. But again, it's, how well do you look against a really good front, of the Eagles?
Pat, it used to be when we had 4 preseason games, that second to last preseason, you'd really see a lot of the starters, the guys you would see in the regular season. Do you expect anybody important to be playing here on Saturday night?
So I actually think that the guys might play a little bit just to get used to like the actual play, the actual like game feel. So, hey, we're going to go out, we're going to start, we're going to do our script, we're going to, play maybe a series or two. What gets challenging is that you have 2, not even just 1, you have 2 joint practices where you're going to be doing a lot of one-on-one 11-on-11 work. And so, like, to me, it doesn't make sense to then play a ton because you've already kind of had that work, right? So I think that, for me at least, I think that it's probably going to be limited work for the top guys. We'll see, but that's what I think.
In all these preseason games, guys jump up, guys take a step back. Is there a returning player that you really want to keep your eye on just to see beyond maybe, we know Will Campbell's looked pretty good. Is there somebody that you're specifically looking at to see how they do this week?
Well, there's an undrafted kid, Cam Dorner, that I'm really excited about. I like him a lot.
Okay.
He's a wide receiver. Which is tough because
tough room.
It's a hard room to make. But he's really performed well. He's looked good. He looks good consistently. And I've been really impressed with the way he's played so far. Now, that's a hard room to make. So he's not going to make the roster unless, someone gets hurt or traded, right?
Yep.
But I am curious to see kind of how he performs, and then it's really up to then the offensive line and a few guys on the offensive line. And the other guy that's been making some strides is rookie Karan Prunty, who the Patriots got killed for drafting, in the 5th round. Everyone's like, oh, this guy's terrible, and no, they don't have any film on him or anything like that. And he's looked pretty darn good. And so I'm curious to see kind of how he looks this week and moving forward as well, because they need some more outside corner depth.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely do. That's been an area of concern for sure that's been kind of amplified now. And I want to see them make some field goals because the last thing we need is a kicker issue right now, and that was a little concerning last week for sure.
That was bad.
Yeah.
What's weird is that he was so good last year, and he was clutch last year. Right, he hit that field goal in Buffalo to win the game, and so you have these things where it's like, I felt really good about him coming into this year, and for him to play like that, I was just like, oh, my God. And, okay, he missed the first 2, and you're like, all right, maybe they were just far.
Sure.
49 yards to win the game. It's like, what are we doing, guy?
Yeah.
That wasn't good.
No, don't like that one.
Talk to us about the new Greg Van Roten, the new offensive lineman that they just brought in. I was looking, played all 17 games last year, not a lot of penalties. Is this a guy that is going to start for the Patriots?
I highly doubt it. I think he's available right now because he's not a starter.
Mm-hmm.
And so, he's a backup guy. But they desperately needed help on the interior offensive line. And he's a guy that I think makes a ton of sense for the Patriots because he does have that starting experience. And he did play pretty well when he was a starter. And so is he going to go out there and be a all-pro guard for you or anything like that? No, but I worry about AVT's availability and how well he can play for a full season, right? And so if he's not able to go and he gets hurt, well, now you have a guy that can step in and start for him, and you feel good about that, right? And I think they didn't have that at all. You look at the interior offensive line depth, and it was like, yikes. And Rucic is fine, but it wasn't like he wasn't really super impressive. And Ben Brown played pretty well last year, but he struggled at the beginning of this year too. So I think that it's a big signing for them just as a depth piece, but I can't imagine he's going to be starting anytime soon because the two guys in front of him just frankly are too good, and I think too. I really think AVT has a ton of potential, and the skills and the abilities are there. It hasn't really shown yet, but I trust that it's going to be there, and so I think that he's not going anywhere as far as starting wise.
Pat, great stuff. We'll let you get to orientation. What are you starting off with? Do you know what's on the agenda?
I don't know. It's probably going to be some fun icebreakers. It's going to be great. Tell us about your summer. What do you enjoy doing? Things like that. So
just don't roll your eyes.
Be a blast.
Just try not to roll your eyes. You'll be okay. Good, Pat. Awesome as always. Good luck, and we'll catch up as we get going.
Thanks, guys. Take
All
care.
Right. Pat Lane talking some Patriots football. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerhardwork.com and connect to the Ticket's social media channels, 929 The Ticket on Facebook, 929 The Ticket on Instagram, sports.net.maine on TikTok, and our YouTube page, Sportsnet Maine. All right, we're going to wrap this up by doing some Sox props. Sox Diamondbacks finish up today at 4:10. Peyton Tolley on the mound. What do we think, gentlemen?
So we're going to go with Peyton Tolley over outs. I think Ranger Suarez got pulled a little early yesterday, so we'll take Tolley to save the bullpen a little bit and hopefully get the win. Stuck between that and strikeouts, but Suarez didn't strike out many yesterday, and Tolley's strikeouts are set at like 6 or something like that.
Sure.
So we'll go with the innings.
Yep, absolutely. Let's do the innings. I do like strikeouts today, too, from Tolley, though, just as a personal thing. I just think he didn't have a time. He pitched an incredible game last time, low on the strikeouts, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can
back.
usually parlay them together.
I know. I like that, right?
Little bit of a plus money parlay.
Yeah, just keep it down. A little cheap bet on that. Do it. I like it. All right, takeaways today.
I am going to leave with excited for the rest of Patriots camp. Let's get this Christian Gonzalez thing figured out. Excited to see them play the Eagles, but we've got 2 weeks until opening night, 3 weeks until opening night. Very excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. Awesome to talk with Pat Lane about it, and keeping an eye on how this Patriots O-line holds up against a vaunted D-line from the Eagles. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Marcus?
I had a great time in Portland yesterday. I'm not expecting Roman Anthony to come back and be our savior.
Okay.
But I think he's going to come back and just kind of be able to show everyone why we put him on such a pedestal.
Okay.
I think he's going to have a bit of a bounce back and, have some sort of impact on this postseason.
I like it. That's what we're counting on. We need that big time. Okay, there's not going to be a drive today because our Sox first pitch is at 4:10. I hope everybody has an awesome Wednesday. Thanks for listening. Congrats to Matt for the Zach Top tickets. Way to go. We'll be giving away tomorrow as well. That will do it for the Morning Roast. 92.9 The Ticket, Maine Sports Leader.
What if the vacation you thought you couldn't afford is already paid for? That's exactly what Point.me helps you discover. First, if you have credit card points, stop wasting them in your card's travel portal. Point.me searches 150 plus airlines and loyalty programs to help you book flights with far fewer points. It even shows you step-by-step how to book, making award travel simple whether you're a points expert or just getting started. With Point.me, you'll spend up to 90% fewer points on your flights. That flight you thought would cost 100,000 points could be just 10,000 with Point.me. Visit Point.me, that's POINT.me today, and see where your points can really take you. Point.me, turn your points into the trip you thought you couldn't afford.